Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Blossoms and Bourbon. My name is Mark. I'm the owner here at Creative Occasions, and I'd like to welcome you to my workroom. This again is a very special episode because I got my friends here watching. Hey, friends. Hey. Yeah, thank you. So don't be surprised when you hear comments from the peanut gallery over there, okay? All right, so we're going to continue the conversation about how the container kind of dictates the arrangement or how the container can help you with an arrangement. We looked at a couple of containers in the previous episode that had the shape that kind of helped determine that. And just if you look back there, containers like this, for example, these would all have different looks to them. I mean, this arrangement would be completely different than this arrangement, even though they're both footed pedestals. So the container really can have a lot to do with the arrangement. I want to show you this container because it's one of my favorites and one of my easiest go-tos for putting flowers together at home. I brought straight from home. I keep it there all the time. Put some just little river rocks in the bottom. It's a rectangle. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches in width, about 7 or 8 inches long, and about the same height. So basically it's a square except really skinny. The skinny is actually going to be the mechanic. And you'll see that because there's not much space there, that's actually what's going to help hold the flowers in place. So before I forget to put water in the flower arrangement, you all wouldn't let me do that, would you?
Never.
Never. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So a little water, again, some foraged hydrangea. And again, the hydrangea, because it's nice and fluffy, is going to do some of the same thing. It's going to work as a mechanic. It's going to, look at how that's, half the arrangement's already full, right? And because this is kind of going to be part of the mechanic, I do want to get those stems over in the corners so they don't rotate around. They're going to stay in place, be a little more secure that way, okay? So now, literally, all we kind of have to do, we've got this nice grid established with the hydrangeas that are in there. It's a very narrow space. We're just going to add lots of color and lots of fun. So some local dahlias. I think these dahlias came from the Blue Ridge Flower Exchange. Beautiful. So if you were to look at this container and figure out how this container would dictate the style of the arrangement, what would you think it would be? Would it be very contemporary? Would it be kind of modern because it's a big square? Would it be more whimsical? What would you think? And honestly, I would tell you that it could be any of those. And I think that's kind of the fun thing about this kind of container, is that you can kind of dictate what you want in it. All right, I'm going a little bit front to back with those little Viking mums. These are a chrysanthemum. We love them because they look like little miniature sunflowers with that little dark center in there. So cute. I do like to do grouping with flowers. You've seen me do that before. So all of one type of the flower consistent, well, typically in the grouping concept anyway, would be together. So we're going to have all the orange roses here. We got the dahlias here, the Viking mums here. And what that does is it really helps you sort of appreciate each of those flowers. It calls attention to them rather than it being what we lovingly call the tossed salad arrangement, where they're all kind of sprinkled through. Oh, it's okay, laugh. Cue the peanut gallery. It literally is called tossed salad because it's like they're just all mixed in and mixed through. This I like better because it really kind of showcases each flower. Okay, now we need some more color. Let's do big sunflowers. The big sunflowers are obviously going to take kind of center stage as like a focal element. This is good because they get a lot of attention. So that's the purpose of the focal element. Your eye is automatically drawn to that big guy right there because it's so prominent. It just has a lot going on, and that's okay. That's the purpose. I will tell you that one of the things about having the hydrangea in there as the mechanic in a clear container is making sure that you don't jam lots of the hydrangea down into the water. Because then what you're going to do is kind of muddy up the water. So you want to keep it so it just works its way through the flower. We've done this trick before too here, where you have a sunflower that's not quite as good as it should be. So you just pull the yellow petals off because they were starting to curl and get old. And then you have this beautiful sort of chocolate brown textured center That's a nice kind of visual moment in the arrangement. There we go. But I am going to put him with his brethren, keep all the sunflowers together. Now, Laura has tricked me here because Laura gave me 4 different colors of zinnias. So, because I'm trying to keep like flowers together, we're going to keep all the zinnias together, but they're just going to be assorted colors. That's just how this is going to work out. From a color palette standpoint, this is just a beautiful mixed color palette with lots of warm yellows and oranges, the warm pinks. We really don't, the purple is the closest thing we get to a cool color in this. But I think we're in late summer here right now, so I think for this time of year, this is just perfect. All right, some berries. Oh, and this guy. This is called Gumfrena. Jason, you'll spell that, won't you? On screen. Gumfrena is a beautiful little wispy, kind of fun. This would be great in Landry's birthday party, actually. Because it's just kind of wispy and wild looking, kind of fun. Can kind of open up the arrangement a little bit, add a little more air to it, getting it above the level of those kind of massed flowers I have in there. The nice thing about that too is the stem is really skinny on this guy. So it's very easy to kind of work that through just with a little twisting motion. It goes right down through the hydrangea. So you don't have to worry about pulling the hydrangea down into the water. All right, little berries for texture. Oh, you guys were looking at the ugly side. This is the pretty side. Yeah, exactly. This product is one of my favorite things to use, and it literally is only available this time of year. It's called broom corn, and you can see how it kind of has the growth pattern of corn. It almost looks like the tassel. I don't know its origin. I don't know where it comes from or how, but it's super cool. We love it for exactly what it's doing right here, adding this great texture and just kind of that movement that flies out. And you notice I'm cutting this so I can save these little guys because we don't want to get rid of those. We're going to do something with them. Going to tuck that leaf right in there. So then we're going to have a little bit of kind of a moment of, movement that comes away from the vase and from all the flowers. Can you see how that's really getting to kind of be tough? There are a lot of stems in there. So these things they're not going to go anywhere. It's a really fun container. The beauty of this too is all these things are in there kind of loose. So you can do this and you can pull that out and you can change the water. And then you can put all these back in once they have their fresh, clean water again, but you may need a helper. I have everything in the front?
That's good.
Okay. Thank you. All right, we got one more of these, so we might as well use it, right? Remember to be sure and strip off anything that you know is going to be below water level so the water doesn't get funky. Well, I think that would be great on the kitchen table at home for this time of year, right? So work with the container, kind of just let it speak to you. I know I've said that, but let it kind of help you figure out what can happen with it. The shape of it, the way that it's the opening size, whether it's narrow or large or whatever, can really help kind of guide you toward decisions about the arrangement. All right, and as we move toward decisions about things in life, let's move toward drinking some bourbon. So, I got to work on those segues, All right, so tonight we're going to be trying Long Branch, which is from the Wild Turkey Distillery. This, interestingly enough, and this was a gift to me from Dean and Ann for reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. So I'm glad you're here to share this tonight. This is a small batch. This was a product that was created by master distiller Eddie Russell from Wild Turkey and Matthew McConaughey. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, which I think is pretty cool. And on their website, they refer to Matthew McConaughey as the cultural style maker. Looking for a title, yeah. So anywho, one of the things how they describe this is, what if Kentucky took a road trip to Texas and introduced its small batch bourbon to Texas mesquite? That's the result of this product, which I just am so excited about tasting it because I think that sounds pretty cool. What's that? Well, apparently what happens with this product is the small batch bourbon is refined with oak and with mesquite charcoal. And that's where the mesquite flavor comes in. So, good color. It's a little lighter. You know, I tend to like darker colors. This is a little lighter, a little more amber. But it looks good. It's a little floral.
You should like that.
Yeah, that should be right at home here. Definitely vanilla. Yeah. It's kind of different. I mean, it's not bad. A little caramel, a little vanilla for sure. What do you get, Dean? It's all right. It's all right, all right, all right. There's a little bit of like pear, like stone fruit, maybe.
I think I got a hint of dirt.
A hint of dirt. Okay, excellent. Earthiness.
It's very warm.
And there's a little bit of spice, you know, when it finishes. It's bad. It's not your normal flavor profile, which is probably what makes it good because it's not. Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe that's from the charcoal element of the filtering or something. Anywho, the name Long Branch, I also found out, refers to an invitation for friends to become family. It refers to extending a hand. So I thought that was an especially nice, you know, kind of nod to the name and to the fact that you guys gave it to me. So thank you. I appreciate that. So friends, I guess that about wraps this up. We're just going to end the episode and drink bourbon now. I hope that you guys are doing that at home. I sure am appreciative that you joined us. Please remember to like and subscribe the videos. Hit the little bell icon so that you'll be notified when we post new content. And until next time, cheers to you and to flowers every day. Thanks for joining. Bye. Oh, Shulov, this is fun.